What up, y'all? Welcome back to the Summer Scratch League Trios, man. This week, we got a pretty good week. Tune in. All right, y'all. We are back, man. Fresh off the tournament weekend in Reno. Let's see how we do today. All right, so a stat I've been tracking in this Summer Scratch League is total individual points. And I am currently at 35 prior to this week. So that's about 4th place in the league, and I'm feeling really good about it. Also, coming back from Reno, as you can see from my last video, did pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Did pretty good out there. So coming into this Monday, literally fresh off it, I was looking to come in and do pretty well. Now, my first couple of shots were bad. I was kind of like finding the pocket, but we ended up finding it. Got a nice little 3-bagger here. Actually, a 4-bagger. Oh, Lord. And we got another one here, and I'll leave another. Just call me Mr. Stone 8, because god damn. I swear I just leave so many. And this one here was well-deserved. Didn't really get to the pocket. But we pick it up, and we move on to try to secure the point for the squad. That was a big first strike in the 10th, and the second one is beautiful. Coming in for the 3rd strike in the 10th, and we get it with the messenger on the 9-pin. So we start with a 226, and we luckily get that point. Going up against old school 220 average guys, man. Formidable opponents in this league. And as you can see, my first shot is a 10-pin. Again. For real. Actually, that was my second shot. First shot was a strike. I did that. So one of the things I like to do, first thing was always trying to have about 85 to 100 by the 5th frame. That's how I keep myself on track, and I make sure I'm always looking to have a good game. So far, doing pretty good. And also what it really is, just to make sure you keep your spares. Focus on the spares. Make sure that there's keep pins coming. Don't leave any pins on the table. So starting off this game, I wasn't doing pretty bad by the 5th frame. I was definitely on pace for my goal, but my opponent was lacing them. He was off a 3-bagger, so I needed to lock in. And after this strike here, I got kind of lucky. My opponent missed a 10-pin and then left another 10-pin, which he picked up. So left me an opening that I need to take advantage of. So that double was huge there going into the 10th, and the 1st and the 10th was even bigger. And me lining up this double in the 10th, I needed it for the 4-bagger, and I got it. So even though my opponent got his first strike in the 10th, this what all wraps up my 2nd point, and I take the series. Shooting a 226 and a 227. On to the next. All right, for this opponent, we have another 230 average bowler in this league. Let's get right to it. Now, shout out to my teammate, Sammy, who filled in for DJ, who could not make it today. Appreciate her for joining down, and she's another 220 average bowler that I know. Me and her battle on our Thursday Get Your Gear League, and come to find out, she actually bowls this league during the winter, so she's well known around here. All right, so we got Tim Nelson coming up, and Tim Nelson is the 230 average guy, and he is a dog. So me coming out here playing the anchor spot while DJ's out, I really needed to lock in. I was very happy getting those first couple of points, and so I was on a nice little roll here. So off the 4-bagger, I had to lock in and get the 5. Continuing my hot streak here, I get this one a little high, but I tripped the 8, and let's get it. Going into the 9th frame, I don't get a good shot here, and I leave the 2-pin. Pick up that 2-pin, and to start the 10th, I got a nice shot here. I'll leave this spare, but we pick it up and move on. So my last shot in the 10th here was a bad shot, but we end up getting all 10. So So for the first game against Tim, we shot 247. Not too bad to start, but looking to do better. So we laced the first shot, and then the second shot is laced as well. And for some reason, 8 pins and 9 pins are just all too common at this house. And that happens to be followed up by a 10 pin. So after both of these spares, Tim is starting to find his rhythm, so I have to start finding mine to make sure I get the second point. And I thought I had it, but as you can see with this shot, it was horrible. But Tim happened to bail me out with a miss, so I needed to capitalize here, which I did. And this next shot here had to be laced because now me and him are on the crash course. And it definitely was. So here in the 7th frame, there's a lot of pressure on this shot, and I was able to knock it down. At this point, me and Tim are now going strike for strike. So me being the first one in the 8th, I had to lace it. Excuse me, that was the 10th. And this shot here is a heartbreaker. This one was laced as well, but I'll leave another 8 pin. I'm gonna let this one play through because this is a kind of interesting situation we got going on here. This is gonna be Tim's first shot in the 10th right after I leave this 8 pin. At this point, this was for the game, our series point, and total points. So I believe if he just got the first and the 10th, he would secure everything for his team. And as he lines up his shot here, he gets it a little off. As you can see, he turns around and leaves this split. That gives us a chance, but unfortunately, all he needs is 2 pins to secure the win for his team. As I pick up this 8 pin. But unfortunately, fortunately for us, he does not pick up any, and we get all the points. Crazy, but we take it. On to the next.
Every day hustle like William, I'm charging the chicken just for the verse. Yeah, I get in that kitchen, I cook, go to work, I go.